What's going on, BallerMethod? What's going on? We're here for episode 4 of the podcast. Here with Illy, Finchy, Allen again.
Yes,
If
sir.
you like what you hear, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share. And if you're feeling a little nice, you know what I'm saying, hit them post notifications up too. All right, we're going to get started. Skip Bayless said today on his show, Undisputed, that Russ should be taken off of the top 75 list.
Bro.
Illy, what are your thoughts about that?
Dude, I was actually listening to this live on TV, and I couldn't believe it, bro. How could somebody be so despicable to fucking take somebody off the top 75 greatest players of all time? Obviously, not one person decides who's going to be on that list and who's not going to be on that list. The fact that Russ got nominated to be a top 75 player means he did something that no other player did. He's an MVP of the league. He's made multiple All-NBA teams. He's a multiple-time All-Star. I mean, leads the league in triple-double for 4 straight years. I mean, Skip, that's just super disrespectful to say. I mean, it's just getting corny. The Russ hate is like super corny at this point for me, man. So
listen,
yeah,
when he be trashing LeBron, you be kind of quiet, my boy. So what's going on?
Who be trashing LeBron?
Well, Skip be trashing LeBron.
But like, what does Skip trash LeBron on? Like late game free throw shooting, not being clutch. Like, you know what I mean? But Skip has never said, "Yo, take LeBron off the top 75 greatest all-time list." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think. Wait, time out. Khalid, do you agree with that statement that he made then?
Oh no, it was an asinine statement for sure.
I definitely think the top 75 need to be reconstructed for sure, but I wouldn't take Russ out of it for sure.
No, somebody that should have not made that list was Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard should not have made that list.
If you go consider really, that's another thing. That's a conversation for another day for sure. Though you're right.
Because if you're going to take somebody off,
you're right.
Dwight Howard should have made it for sure.
Dwight Howard should have made it.
I don't know how he didn't.
Russ has the accolades. Like, you can't take away stuff from him. But Dame doesn't have the things
that stuff
Russ
you can't
does.
take away from Dwight either, for real though. Shit,
no, Dwight should have made that.
Dwight Howard is literally the only reason we never saw a Kobe and LeBron championship. I mean, finals run, bro. That's literally the only reason.
Is he a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3 times.
3. He was dominating that award.
He was like 3 or 4.
Was dominating it. It was him.
Extremely underrated, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And then he ended up doing it with the Lakers. That solidified. That's all he really needed to do was get in that top 75. Was that ring he got with LeBron? It ain't matter how late in his career, really.
Thanks.
Alan, what you think about the Russ thing?
I mean, I think I can name 75 players right now better than Russell Westbrook, but we'll save that conversation for another day.
Off the top of your head, you can't, boy.
It's just corny. It's just the Russ hate is corny.
On some real shit, I don't really know how I feel about that top 75 thing because it's so subjective, bro. Like, who's to say?
It really is, though.
Like,
it really is,
like,
though.
It's that it
There's a lot of players I wouldn't put in top 75.
Who made that list? Like, who made that? Probably someone who didn't even play basketball, like, for real. So
I wouldn't.
I think it's the previous players that made the top 50 vote on the next 25. If I'm correct, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's too subjective, bro. I mean, there's too much to it. So. Skip, bro.
Okay, but do you agree? Do you think that Russ should be taken off that list?
I don't.
In the entire history of the NBA, I would say he's for sure top 100. Where does he fall? I mean, dude, I couldn't tell you, bro.
Yeah, without that ring, I'm gonna put him lower on the 75 list. But I wouldn't take Russ off. There's more players that can go over there that missed it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take him off, but I'm just saying it's so hard to be like. Is he top 50?
No, it's just people talk like it's easy to go out, average a triple-double. Like it's easy to go out and get the MVP.
No, fact. You're right.
Like people just say like, oh, he sucks. You won MVP. Did your favorite player win MVP? You know what I'm saying? Like it's levels. Like he is the highest level. Like, like maybe he had a bad season last year, but 2016 Russ was different, bro. 2016, 2017, like he was an animal, and nobody can like deny that. So. All right, so the next topic we got here is Kevin Durant stayed with the Nets. I know last time we did this podcast, we made our predictions, but he stayed with the Nets. They squashed the beef, whatever. How do you guys feel about their championship aspirations as of now?
Yo.
Go ahead, Alan.
For one,
Go ahead. No, Finch, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I almost, man. It's really hard to say that, but it almost felt like that situation was planned to be a plot from the jump for real, man. Like, definitely because, like, all of a sudden now he just all back in, him and Kyrie all in. Like, honestly, when they said Kyrie was going to continuously commit, you know what I'm saying, regardless of KD stays, I kind of thought that, like, KD was going to end up moving. Everybody wanted the trade value to be up there with Rudy Gobert, if not better, pretty much.
That's the worst thing that happened in that situation.
That's literally ruined, like, every other chance anybody getting KD when you traded Rudy Gobert for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that was crazy.
So it only made sense for him to stay in the contract that he's with. Nets really are the only team that's going to probably, like, you know what I'm saying, they can keep on paying him whatever that salary is and they can afford that shit that he knows he's not even that far away from a championship with. He was a big toe away from a championship before, like, you know what I'm saying? If Ben Simmons actually does come out and play, all that talk can go out the window, bro. Ben Simmons is gonna be cold on that floor. Definitely come defensively. He do not have to show up offensively like he did it for Philadelphia behind Kyrie and KD.
I think if you look at the last episode, Big Al, he was onto something, bro. He said he had a hunch that they might stay together for some reason. So I'm gonna point that out. What I think happens with the Nets, bro, it's one of two things. I think they're gonna be just like the Lakers were last year and not be able to figure it out and play together, or it's going to work perfectly with KD and Kyrie kind of leading the offensive charge, and then Ben Simmons, you know, kind of fitting in like he can, you know, like a slasher type player because he's not really a great shooter or anything, but he's a big ass guard, and it's like having him on offense and defense, it's going to be perfect.
They just haven't been
yourself an in and the out at the same time. You said it's either going to work or it's not going to work.
Yeah. I'm saying.
He did it. I said two things. It's gonna be yes or no. Like,
no, hit that skip Bayless on him,
bro. Or they're gonna be like championship material. Like, I don't think they're gonna fall anywhere.
They're already championship material. They've been championship material.
I know. Yeah, we got 4-0 by the Bucks.
They have not.
Last year they won. Last year they won.
But they was, but like I said, they just got together. They got everything together last minute. That's the thing. They got set everything last minute. Like, that's crazy, bro. Go ahead.
Last year, they had the problem of they didn't have enough size down low, and they were going to run into that problem the entire time. And their biggest person was, like, KD. Like, Nick Claxton's big, but, I mean, he's not really big, you know? And they didn't have that rim protector. And so they were having KD getting bullied because they didn't have extra size, and especially on the defensive end. So I don't think last year they were a defensive monster, but if you could have Ben Simmons this year,
I wouldn't go tell him
put him at the 5. I feel like a small 5. He can guard like the Giannis. He can guard like the big guys in the league. So I think this year they have a better chance than last year. I don't think he'll be successful, but I mean he's better than what they've had. I mean I feel like he can do something. You know?
I was just saying that like he's a defensive player of the year. Ben Simmons is, so like adding him, like they have a great chance for me.
But and that's what I'm saying. Like during that time of the playoffs, it just from the time they got Ben Simmons, he had enough time to get in rotation to get a good feel with them. That would have gave them a better playoff run for sure, because he would have been able to pick up that defense they was lacking, not by like a whole margin. Obviously, they still needed help at the 5, but that would have made it significantly better. They wouldn't. The only person they really had to worry about in the playoffs at the 5, and they already got took out by who Philadelphia got taken out by. Was Chicago take them out, or who was it?
Who, Philadelphia?
Yeah, was it the Heat? Did the Heat take us Philadelphia last year?
Yeah, the Heat did this year.
So the only competition they had to worry about 5, like who they really need to slow down, was him. Because other than that, you got Giannis playing the 4 right now, even though Brook Lopez out. And the Brook Lopez being out, that definitely was going to be a big thing to it. Like, it wasn't going to matter that much if Ben Simmons was able to do what he needed to do on defense for them during that playoff run, had they had time to like get it together.
Rest in peace to my prediction, man. I feel like it was a really good conspiracy.
My boy said it was rigged.
It worked so well. It's still the questions are still not answered for me. I mean, they still cut their national televised games in half. Kevin Durant still not playing on Christmas. I mean, we just gonna not see him. I mean,
I think it's just because Kyrie's so unpredictable. Like they don't want to schedule them for games. Then Kyrie,
dude, they got
Kevin Durant,
two fucking part-time players, bro.
Part-time player.
They
But
can
you know
at least put him over the
They
Knicks.
got KD and fucking Ben Simmons, bro. You got one. That's one full player within those two guys. You know, are they going to play the whole season? Who knows? Like,
True.
we'll see.
Yo, low
We'll
key,
see.
Ben Simmons is a great playmaker, so that'll take a lot of pressure off
He
Kyrie
is.
and KD to get their shots and stuff. So
If
that's
he
huge.
plays.
All right, let's segue into this. This is kind of a touchy subject for me, but Patrick Beverley gets traded to the Lakers for Taylor Horton Tucker and Stanley Johnson. Let's go over the pros and cons for Utah first. Khalid, go ahead and start this one off for us.
I say a pro is you get a young player who fits the timeline of what they're trying to do. I think THT is like 21 years old, and it's obvious that they're trying to rebuild now. So I'm assuming Donovan Mitchell will be out, and I think there's been reports that they're trying to get him out of there before the training camp starts. So then you got I say a con. I don't know what.
There's no con.
They got a couple picks right along in this package as well.
No, it was just
player for player. Okay.
Patrick Beverley for THT.
I thought they got a round pick. My bad.
I thought they got a pick. Yeah.
Nah,
thought they got one
they're
pick.
saving those. They're saving those two for the big trade that's coming. There was like the trade to set
For
up
the Russ trade.
Yeah, basically.
Free my boy Russ, man. Fuck you.
I really don't. The trade toss I really don't like is Donovan Mitchell going to the Knicks. It's just like, for what, bro?
Dude, that would be fire though.
Other than the bag,
Where would
for
he
what,
fit,
bro? Like
They
just got Jalen Brunson. They got.
He's like a two guard. He doesn't like require the ball all the time.
Yeah, but then you got RJ Barrett. And then I don't know where you put him.
They got Randall. They got to give up some stuff though, bro. They gonna reconstruct.
They'll give up Randall, bro. Randall is on the most.
I give up Randall for Donovan Mitchell for sure.
Yeah,
Though. Yeah, New York is not finna. They ain't finna. That's not. I don't see that taking them any really higher. Like maybe a seed or two higher, but not really. That's not doing under the playoff. Y'all still a first round exit, bro.
Yo, all right. So you got Pat Shit Beverley coming to the Los Angeles Lakers. Unfortunately, overnight I have became a Patrick Beverley fan now.
Oh God.
He's gonna bring
do that.
city, bro. He's gonna bring some beef in the locker room with Russ. It's gonna make Russ step his game up.
I think that too. I think you're gonna poke the bear. Them playing on the same floor is like, man, it's one thing to have two people playing against each other that hate each other, but it's even better. It's even worse when you got like a Shaq Kobe situation where like both of them on the same team mad at each other. Now it's like, man, we don't even care about the team, bro. It's who can ball out the best between us out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Looking at defenders in the store, you looking at who going. I gotta show Russ up, and Russ. I gotta show Beverly up on defense too, because they both was on there. Yeah, you see, now we gotta see it. Both of them gonna be out there doing a whole bunch of nothing. They was like, man, he just be running around like, you know how they was talking. They was talking all shit about how each other just be running around like.
Dude, they had beef, bro. Remember they were talking
a
lot of shit.
Patrick Beverley injured Russ on like a timeout play. Y'all seen that injury?
Yo,
was the most
that one against the Houston Rockets. That was when Houston Rockets
on the Rockets.
Yo, huge question for the gang here, bro. Russell Westbrook versus Patrick Beverley in a boxing match, bro. Who's winning, bro?
Hey, Pat go get hit a dog.
Russ gonna win that, bro. Russ is gonna win.
We can't, man. We only see Russ in the motherfucking.
I like Russ, but Pat from Chicago, bro.
Cause Russ gonna show up to the fight in a motherfucking a Celtic kilt and some damn high heels, and I'm just gonna be like, "What's going on, Russ? This ain't fashion, bro."
Facts.
All right, let's get back to the pros and cons for the Lakers.
Go ahead,
go ahead.
Khalid. I was gonna say just the pros and cons for Los Angeles on the flip side of this trade.
Yeah,
I think the upside is big. I feel like the upside is more than the downside. Like I only have one upside, but the downsides I have more downsides, but is more positive if that makes sense. Yeah. For the downside, I would say, yeah. For the downside, I would say losing Stanley Johnson was big because they don't have as many big wings that can defend, and like they have a lot of small guards or big guys. They don't have like a lot of big
two-way guys. Yeah.
So he can really shoot that well, but I feel like you need.
Dude, he was kind of coming into his own at the end of the season, right?
I feel like you need those gritty guys, you know. And 100%. I would say the Patrick Beverley thing, you kind of see why it's such a bad thing that we lost Caruso. You know, we get Pat Bev, but you had the younger version of him. So I would say like having that mindset.
Because regardless of what you want to say about Pat Bev, He's back. Like he admitted said that dumb, like you know, saying that dumb shit with the Clippers. But honestly, bro, you heard PG. If you hear that you was literally barely just got scraped by the Warriors last year, I think they took the Warriors to what 4-2 the year before that, and then the year after that they got PG and Kawhi. Of course, you finna think y'all finna step to the finals too and do what y'all gonna do. Everybody thought that. Like you know what I'm saying? You got Kawhi fresh off a tip. Paul George just was number 2 in defensive behind Kawhi. And then the year before averaged 28 points. Like you know what I'm saying? You expecting them to come be a win ready team. So Pat Bev had every right to be like, oh yeah, we finna win the chip. We just know personally with the NBA history, that's just something you don't say off the rip, bro. You go out there and do it. Like you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Do you guys remember when Pat? Who did they beat? Then he was going crazy, bro. It was just
last year.
Was that the play-in
They just beat the
game?
Pelicans, I think.
They beat the Pelicans to get in the play-in.
Yeah,
dude.
And he told them last year,
that boy dancing like he won a chip, bro.
Dude.
But that's mainly because he told everybody he gonna take them to the playoffs, though. Like,
bro, that was so. Wait, dude, you can't. That was way too much, bro. Like
he didn't take them to the playoffs. Bro.
He didn't, but still, though, he was on the team.
That boy, nice. All right, so let me segue into this. What happens with Russ now with Pat Bev coming to the Lakers?
What do you think?
He's not going to be big. Yeah, good.
Let me tell you what I think. Optimistically, I think that Russ is going to start the season with the Lakers, and I think like he'll play a lot better. I still think the Lakers want to come up off of Russ's big contract, especially since it's the end of the contract and it'll open up a lot of cap room next year. But if they traded for Pat Bev, they want Pat Bev for sure. And I don't know, Russ is kind of like a headstrong person. I don't know if he'll really like ever forgive Pat Bev. So I think Russ will start the season with the Lakers, but he'll be gone by the trade deadline for sure.
That's if it don't work. I can still see as much as that. The thing about NBA hate talk, bro, that's always when you're not on the same team. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time we've seen two players go at each other. You know what I'm saying? On social media, whatever, hate each other, and then have to team up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, so it ain't like it can't work. And both with their energy, like, Russ may need that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna give him something to take it off his head from the crowd that be in his head. Now you got Pat to worry about while you're on the floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's more of like a challenge or something to prove more than like, you know what I'm saying, trying to debunk criticism. Like it's something to prove out there. Like who hungrier? You fight for your role on that. You fight for your starter role really against somebody who, you know what I'm saying, been challenging you about your whole career.
Yeah, but like by the trade deadline, there's going to be a bunch of teams that are probably going to start tanking, and then they're just going to take on Russ's contract for picks. So,
did you guys see that video? There was I could be wrong. It was either a video of like a tweet or something that Russ was talking about when it came down to like him and Patrick Beverley, and he was saying how like the media like they got you guys fooled, like thinking they like hate each other. But they're like they're actually cool. I don't know exactly what it was, but I don't know if you guys saw that. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive there's like some type of news on that or something. Yeah. So if that's true,
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they said they were. I don't think he said he was cool with Patrick Beverley. I just think like he just
said
all
making posts. They heard about.
He's just like that man's gonna do him. I'm gonna do me, and you know, he didn't like hate her and anything. Yeah.
For me, I don't think that's a repairable relationship. Like I feel like the dude injured him on a year that they were heavily favored to win the chip. I don't know what year it was, but it was like
15.
Other than the year after, it's 2015 because they went 14 against Bron. Actually,
no, they went 12
against 2016. I think. Oh yeah, you're right.
It
was 2016 for sure.
In 16, they went with KD
because LeBron, because San Antonio ended up playing the Heat that year. I think.
If it was 2015, I think they were good enough to beat that Warriors team that went to the finals for sure.
Yeah, but it was 2015.
Yeah, right before the big
7-8 years ago, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
You think he's gonna be? I don't know, bro. Some shit happened 7-8 years ago. I'm not.
Russ made a huge comment about Patrick Beverley saying like how he just runs around, and Patrick Beverley.
They both said that back and forth.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley said like, well, Russ said it first when he was like in his MVP years, and he said Patrick Beverley said how like executives took that to heart and like didn't want to sign him and stuff, didn't want to get him paid. So Patrick Beverley like blamed Russ for like not getting his bread. It's like a big beef, bro. Like,
that's because they was both out there pulling out clips of each other, not doing nothing. I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
But no, Patrick Beverley like was this last year that Russ had the terrible year. He was like getting his licks back, but Like Russ was like all NBA when he was saying this stuff, so like people were listening.
Yeah.
Dude,
You got all that
Patrick-
stuff though, and I just think that that beef is too big. And I feel like they wouldn't bring Patrick Beverley in if they weren't about to get him out of there. You know, and I could be wrong.
Man,
I was
I'm
really
up
wrong
to
on the
it.
last thing. but-
Where's he going?
Shaq and Kobe,
No, I
if
agree with
Shaq
you,
and
Julian.
Kobe, if Shaq and Kobe could damn near fist fight in the locker room and literally be mad on the floor while beating niggas' ass to one more chip before they exit, bro. Pat Bev and Russ can do it, bro.
I'm with
Period.
you,
Nah,
Vince.
Kobe and
I'm with
Shaq
you,
in
brother.
04 got killed by the Detroit Pistons because they were beefing, bro.
And Kobe and Shaq are Hall of Fame level players. Like you have one Hall of Fame player, and you
Yeah,
have
facts.
Hey,
Pat Bev,
and that's
yeah,
why they started out together too. It's different for them coming to a team after a beef, like you know what I'm saying.
They'll be fine, bro.
makes
You'll
sense.
see, bro. Like
That'd be like trying to
live.
live. That'd like be trying to.
West.
It would have been like trying to see LeBron and KG just play on the floor together for real, like you know what I'm saying. Or Paul Pierce and LeBron play on the Celtics together. It just wasn't gonna work for sure.
the way I see it is either two things are gonna happen. Either he gets traded to Pacers for
Miles Bridges and Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Buddy Hield and
Miles
If we
Turner
get
was
Miles
hard.
Turner, bro,
or
Buddy
he
Hield a
gets
good
traded to,
addition. Miles Turner is gonna be a good piece though. Crazy good piece.
I would take that, dude. That's great, Cleve. I would do that for sure on the Lakers.
But there's
That'd be
another
huge.
trade he could go to Utah. I think they're trying to do like a 3-team trade. So Donovan goes
Yeah,
to the
with
Knicks.
Donovan Mitchell.
And then we get Donovich. I forgot his first name.
Ooh,
Donovich and Jordan
he
Clarkson.
got a bag. He got a good bag on his shot.
I think I would take that Pacers trade. I would take that trade for sure.
Oh yeah.
You get a
think
really
that's
nice
huge.
big who can shoot the ball.
Miles Turner, a
Yeah,
big shit,
Buddy
big
Hield.
good two-way on me.
I think the Pacers want to do the trade, but they just want the other pick as well.
That's
They
true.
want 27 and 29, but Lakers aren't budging.
I think they
And
end up
low
just giving
key,
him-
like I think they should budge, bro, and just give them both picks. Like
Yeah, and
They
get
put-
Russ out of there.
I think Russ and Tyrese Halliburton can do well together. I feel like that'd be a nice, decent backcourt.
bro, I'll be in Indianapolis every
Look, dude,
game they have, bro.
That just takes Russ's any chance of him getting a championship out, bro. It's like
That boy
I
gonna
want
look
him
like
to
a
stay, dude.
WNBA.
No, not necessarily though. Because
Dude.
if he can revive his career and then like he come back as like he won't be like the star, but he can come back as a role player if he like builds his image back
But
up.
not in Indiana, bro. I mean, dude.
No, he's not
gotta
going
be
to stay in
somewhere else.
Indiana. He's probably going to be gone after this
This
year.
is his last year in his contract. He can be.
Oh, so you do like
Bro.
a season with them?
Scariest thing that could happen for the league if Russ gets bought out and then he signs with the Clippers and basically like takes over John Wall's
That
situation.
literally is probably the
That would be
scariest thing
insane.
to happen.
You got Russ.
That is definitely a scary thing.
Russ with
PG and
shooters.
him already got experience, and they was, bro. That's
Russ with shooters
crazy.
would be crazy. You
But
got Kawhi
honestly,
and
it
Paul
ain't,
George.
that all gonna depend if Kawhi actually gonna play games, bro, for real. Because none of that didn't matter, bro. It don't matter what the Clippers get unless Kawhi play, bro, for real.
That would be. I do not want to see that. I do not want to see that at all.
Facts.
Let's
Right.
go.
All right, start bench cut these players. We got PG-13, Chris Middleton, and Brandon Ingram.
Easy,
Allen,
bro.
go ahead. That's your boy, bro.
Bro, cut the shit out of Chris Middleton. We're
Chris
gonna start.
Middleton over Brandon Ingram.
Dude, come on, 100%, bro. Chris Middleton, bro, he's nowhere to be found when the Bucks need him, bro. I mean, he's so inconsistent, dude. You got one game giving me 8 points, bro, losing $100 on him, bro. Next game drops 30. Like,
And honestly, bro, he just now showed up in that playoff. Like, people be forgetting the past couple years, bro. Like, when they lost for real, it's because Giannis was getting shut down and Middleton wasn't picking up the slack, to be honest.
100%. They need to get rid of him,
Even
bro.
though he
They need
was-
to get someone else.
You know, he was injured. Like, he literally finally came through last year. He literally is like a CJ McCollum for real, bro. I swear to God. Like,
That's
when
fair.
it comes to actually being healthy and actually helping Dame out, McCollum was never there when it mattered for real like that. Or was always injured or just not showing up on points.
100%.
And that definitely happened the last couple of Eastern Conference Finals that they had. So he finally showed up, and then everybody gonna start calling him Middleton, Jordan, or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Does it
he
matter
finally
that you
played his
guys
role.
haven't seen Brandon Ingram in the playoffs yet, though? Does that matter at all?
No, it doesn't matter for
Yeah.
me. Allen, who are you benching then? PG or Brandon?
Oh, no.
I'm
you
cutting Middleton.
bench Brandon Ingram, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
For PG.
So start PG, bench Brandon, and cut Chris. I'd cut
I'm
Middleton.
agree
as
with
well.
that.
I'd
I
cut
agree with that
Middleton,
too.
but I'd start BI instead of PG.
I agree with
What?
that. Chris Middleton cost me money. Wait, whoa,
If
what
you're
you
gonna
say?
do a health wise, if you depended on health, I would see why you would start.
I
Ingram.
start
Other than that, there's no way
BI
to
over
start
PG.
What?
Why?
BI is just better than PG.
On what metrics?
What do you mean? What metric?
How,
He scores better, rebounds better. Maybe not as good of a defender as PG, but
I'm gonna need someone to pull the stats up, bro.
I mean, BI is
Still got
young.
time,
PG is so old, bro. How this is like what
PG
his
can
12th
shoot
year in the
better.
league?
PG can
I
shoot,
wouldn't call
he
him.
can
You're
handle better, he
tripping
can
now,
defend
bro.
better.
Look,
That's
I could literally
major
see
categories they can do better than
health
BI.
concerns is the only reason
I
I
don't
would
know if
start
did you
Ingram
say
over
score
PG.
better, shoot better?
He can
I don't
shoot
know.
better,
I don't know if
he
he
can
can shoot better
defend
than
better,
BI.
and he can ball handle better.
I don't know about that, bro. BI cold, bro. Y'all tripping.
All right, next.
Okay.
We all in agreement on that except Bayless.
Next
go.
3, Alex Caruso, Drew Holiday, or
Let
Patrick
me start
Beverley.
with this one. For one, I'm starting Caruso. I'm gonna cut Holiday, and I'm gonna bitch Holiday.
What?
Bro, Finchy, get off. Yo, kick this man out
You
of
know
the
that boy
podcast.
trolling.
I'm
There's
cutting
no
Holiday,
way.
boy.
Yeah, you gotta be trolling.
I'm cutting Holiday ass, bro. Fuck that, bro.
You really gonna cut Drew
What?
Holiday?
I'm taking Caruso, bro. I'm gonna
This is
cut
why
Holiday.
you're never gonna lead a
And I'm
fucking
gonna
team to the
bitch.
championship, Finchy.
I'm bitching him, bro. Who is Drew Holiday, bro? That's what I'm gonna say. Who is he without the Bucks, bro? Because what was he on
What
the
do you
Pelicans when he
mean?
were? Who is he without the Bucks, bro? That's what I'm
He's
saying.
fucking Drew
Is he
Holiday
gonna-
with or without them.
I don't care, bro.
Dude,
He ain't doing
Bitch,
nothing.
you gotta
without
be
them, bro.
capping,
He
bro.
been clamping people up since New Orleans. What we talking about?
Bro, you gotta
That's
be
defense,
capping.
bro. He been clapping.
Bro, since
That's
Philly, he been killing dudes.
I
You start
guess.
Drew Holiday, you bench Alex Caruso. And Patrick
Nah,
Beverley.
I'm starting
I'm with
Caruso.
Khalid.
I'm
What are
starting
we
to
talking
go
about?
down here. Big,
There is no other order than that.
I'm big Caruso.
That's
I'll
horrible.
start big Caruso.
Make sure
I'm
you clip
cutting
that,
it,
bro.
Alan, you in agreement with what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start Drew, bench Caruso, and cut the shit out of Pat shit.
Of course.
And
Anyway,
Pat Lake now, he on the bench, bro.
Man,
He already on the bench.
we heard enough of that take, bro. We heard enough of that take. We
Yeah, that shit.
gonna move on. All right, Ja Morant, Derrick Rose, or Allen Iverson.
Let me start this one, boy.
Wait. We need a timeout right here. This is gonna make or break the entire conversation, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
God.
I got the correct answer, bro.
In their
Relax.
primes?
In their primes, yeah.
Of course.
Okay, respectively.
Timeout. You start AI. Bench
So Ja,
D-Rose.
wait. Before you say that, Ja Morant is kind of projection because he's not really in his prime yet, but you kind of see what he's going.
Elevate, though.
I don't know what he is, so I'm taking him at face value
He's
right
still
now.
he right now in the Derrick Rose type of lane right now. If you really want to look at it, he just like he a new
No,
face.
what?
He in a I said situation like as far as like his upcoming like right now he's starting to get that
Sure.
like you know what I'm saying.
I
that
would
starter
agree.
rise.
But
A little buzz?
D-Rose-
Okay, sure.
Yeah, the
AI,
same
start
buzz.
AI, bench D-Rose, cut Ja. That's the only correct answer here.
No.
Damn.
No?
Dude, I'm starting prime D Rose over prime AI, bro. Youngest
I feel
MVP
like-
ever, bro. Dude, he was balling, dude. Them injuries never happened, bro. Oof. Dude,
You're acting like
if you
AI isn't.
if you put that carry fucking rule into play, bro, AI is 20% less effective, bro.
They made the rule because of AI, and he's still adapted. What are you talking about?
Well, actually, I'm not a big Rose chief. I don't know my history like that, but I'm still riding with D Rose over
Listen,
AI.
I think I agree with Ellie, bro. I think
There's
Derrick
no way
Rose
you
off
can
the
take
bench, he probably doesn't get injured as much, and I think Allen Iverson can heavy the load of a starting job. So I think I will go with
That
that.
being men's now NBA, like man, you put AI on the Philadelphia squad currently, that's a dub, bro.
That's a
Yeah.
wrap,
That's a
bro.
dub.
Yeah,
Dude, I think
AI
if-
really never. AI closest thing to really playing with a superstar team was like the Nuggets when they, like you know what I'm saying. That was kind of past when they was
Dude,
big.
if AI had Derrick Rose's team heading into his
you better
the
not
year
say
they
that,
went to the
bro.
Eastern
'Cause
Conference Finals with Bron,
no.
they
Dude,
would have done something,
If
bro.
if
No.
D Rose had
No.
never got
Yes.
injured, bro,
AI would have
he'd
never
be one of
been
the
able
greatest
to,
players ever.
bro. LeBron would have clamped that man so hard, bro. Quit playing. AI would have not. That would have been still no difference. Like
All right,
that team wouldn't
we
even
gotta
have
move
fit AI.
Come
That
on.
team was
All right,
built
go ahead.
around D Rose.
I can't stand these
Go
people,
ahead.
bro.
Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, or Kyle Korver.
You start Ray Allen, you bench Klay Thompson, you cut Korver. Period.
Yes, sir. Period.
100%.
Wait, you benching Klay?
I'm benching Klay.
Over
I'm benching
Ray?
Klay for Ray Allen.
Which Ray are we
Yeah.
talking about? We talking about Milwaukee Bucks Ray, or we talking
We
about
talking about
Celtics Ray?
Ray Allen. We talking about Ray
Prime Ray
entire.
Allen.
We
Yeah,
talking
prime-
entire.
okay.
We talking
Okay.
entire history Ray. Because
Yeah.
even at the
Klay,
end, he
Klay
was
can lock
chopping
up
niggas
in
up.
his prime. Klay can lock up defensively and knock
I
down.
have
And he's the
not
best
seen
catch and
Klay
shoot
hit
of
a
all
tough
time.
shot that I have not seen. You know what I'm saying? Klay have to clutch out some of the hardest plays that Ray Allen did. Ray Allen was
Facts.
also a rare 3-point shooter, so he was also way more pressurized than a normal 3-point shooter in this day and age, like Clay, because Clay and Steph on the same team is like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Clay don't have all the pressures of being like that only 3-point shooter on the team. He like the starters that they know they're gonna get the ball to at the end. You literally see damn near the whole crowd, the Spurs and the Heat was crowding that boy for that shot in the finals. So I'm gonna have to give it on Ray because he been in tougher situations where he really got to be that knockdown regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That might be one of your best takes, Finchie. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be one of your best takes. All right, we all agree on that one.
That's easy.
Okay, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, or Zion?
Ooh, go ahead, Alan. I want to hear Alan's take.
We have to be, man. Go ahead,
dude. Because, I don't know what Zion's gonna be.
We don't got time for the trolling,
right.
So you're gonna have to say your actual.
No matter what, Davis start.
Karl Anthony Towns. Start Zion, bench AD.
You were almost there.
No.
Dude, AD
start Anthony Davis,
hurt, bro. I think Zion's career is gonna be. This
dude just said AD get hurt like Zion ain't just missed 2 years because he was hurt, bro.
Well, he's fat as fuck, bro.
Oh, dude.
All right, y'all.
Chocolate cover Twinkie.
I feel like what do y'all think? I'm starting AD.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm starting AD. I'm starting AD.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only conflicting because we have not. The only games we have seen Zion play, he obviously been dominant.
Right.
But it's really kind of too early to really say you want to bench him or cut him really because we ain't seen his potential. But for 100%. What his potential is so far, it's out capping Cat. It's outdoing Cats already.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Cat's what it's gonna be
over AD's too, 100%.
What'd you say, Alan?
I think Zion's potential is much higher than I think AD's potential. I think we've seen AD hasn't lived up to his potential. I mean, we've seen it.
See, I don't necessarily agree fully with that because I feel like AD, if his mindset, his work ethic is there, he can be a top 5 player in the league.
He can be an MVP.
Gotta take care of his body.
But guys,
he can shoot, ball handle, back to the basket. He can pass. He can defend at a high level. He can do anything you want on the court. It just literally he has to be healthy and have the mindset to do it. You know,
which is, I mean, that's a huge part, bro.
I think Zion can reach that level too. I'm just saying, I think there's still.
I mean, Zion's a big if too. If you know.
Yeah, he is, but LeBron. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Zion. The thing with Zion though, like AD, I can see Zion wielding his team to a ring just like on some Giannis shit. AD. He wasn't able to do that with the Pelicans. Like, you know what I'm saying? AD needed to be around like a LeBron to get his mind straight right, to know how to work, to run himself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Giannis and Zion are like players who know themselves, who know they can bring their own leadership, and they able to probably pick up on it. Like, Zion, we just got to see how he does with his health. But other than that, he ain't really lacking nothing else that we expect to see out of him on the floor when Yaz played.
All right.
Here we go. So, recently, switching into another gear here. Recently, Gilbert Arenas was on his podcast, and he said that Giannis doesn't understand how to play basketball. He also said that he is lesser because he only plays 32 minutes a game. Alan, that's your boy. I don't know what you can say about this, but go ahead.
Gilbert Arenas, if you're seeing this, bro. Gilbert Arenas, if you are seeing this, bro. Dude, Giannis, here's the thing, bro. There's this, like, you guys seen the guy Ball Don't Stop, his IG?
Yeah.
There's this narrative that he, like, somehow isn't, like, a skilled basketball player, and just because he's, like, a freak of nature is, like, why he's, like, as good as he is. I agree to his skill not being the greatest. Like, he's not Kyrie Irving skilled, but that doesn't matter, bro.
He's not a guard, though.
It don't matter, bro. If you're putting up 30 points a game, dunking on everyone, averaging double-doubles, putting a 50 piece in a damn championship.
Bro, you damn right. What did he average? Didn't he average 30 in the finals against the Suns?
50 piece.
He averaged like 30 against them boys for sure.
Bro, people like you said, Finchie, people act like he's a guard. Like, dude, if we're talking about like 2010,
7 foot.
He's the best center in the league, easily.
You
like,
got Taco
he's a
Fall,
big guy.
who's literally like 7'10". Like, you could be a freak of nature and still not be shit, bro. That's what's crazy. Like, it's being able to put that to talent. Like, pretty much he built like a Dwight Howard, but you don't see Dwight Howard ain't never developed like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And he's getting better every year at those things that he's lacking, bro. He's starting to shoot a little more. His free throws are starting, you know, like he's
and I'm just gonna say, man, if he really wasn't that skilled of a basketball player, then you wouldn't need no whole fucking wall to shut him down, the wall of players when he comes to the basketball. If you didn't know that he could switch up and do something different, if he was really that predictable of a player pretty much, he wouldn't have no ring right now. He wouldn't have been out here averaging fucking 30 points in the fucking playoffs and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let
me get this in real quick. This is what Gilbert Arenas tweeted after like the controversy. He said, the rookie Greek till now has just gotten stronger on his rim runs and wiser. Has he added any new skills to his game? Has his three-point percentage gotten better? Nope. Has his mid-range gotten better? Nope. Has his free throw percentage gotten better? Nope. Has his back to the basket play gotten better? Nope. He's gotten stronger, and his ability to take bumps and finish has gotten better, which helps his overall shooting percentage. But the same flaws he walked into the game with, he still has now. Which is why I said what I said.
Cap.
I mean, it's not really cap. I mean, what did we think about Greek when he came out was if he could shoot the three, he'd be a problem. If he could, get his shooting.
He can shoot the three better though, because nowadays you're not gonna leave Giannis open. Go ahead.
He can shoot.
Make it quick.
But his shooting percentage went down. It never got better.
Because he's taking more shots. He's occasionally hitting a three every now and then, right? He wasn't doing that before.
Right.
Bro, you seen that fadeaway he added off the dude? What do you mean? That takes some skill, dog. That little fadeaway.
And when you can posterize niggas like that, like the thing to down him about that would be to down Russ like that, because Russ ain't got no three bags. Russ mid range, ass everything for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would be to down him and say he's not a player. He is, because he just pretty much trained and made himself a go to what he can do. Like Gilbert is literally downing himself for completing himself on the things that he can do that makes him a better player than others, rather than what everybody else does to make themselves better players and compared to everybody else. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I never said that he's like trash or anything, but like
we got to get out of here, y'all.
Let's get back into
that.
We
run out of time. It was good seeing y'all again. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We out, y'all. Good episode, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fuck Gilbert Arenas.